talk to Julian yet?
Yeah. Or
What did he say?
no. Do you mean after we talked?
Yeah.
No, I haven't talked to him since you and I talked.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm trying to get situated. Everyone's sitting there staring at the floor right now.
Is this where Andrew will be?
What?
This is where Andrew will be, I assume.
Wait, what?
This is where Andrew will be, I assume.
Yeah.
Well, I'm kind of confused with like the press stand is like in a weird spot.
No, it's the base here.
How many people are going to be here?
I don't know. How many can you fit in this little space? I mean, in theory, you could fit probably like 1,000 or more inside the whole auditorium.
Dude, so when I walked in, I broke their thing.
Wait, why?
It was an accident.
I mean, how? I mean, not why.
I ducked under it, and I guess the top of my hat hit it. The guy just comes over and he's like, "Are you volunteer?" And I'm like, "No." And then he's like, "Oh, who are you?" And he's like, "Oh, press." And I'm like, "So sorry, I broke your thing." He's like, I'm trying to fix it. He's like, "Oh, I got it." I felt like an idiot because during the thing when I was trying to fix the camera at the last event, the phone like fell like from like 10 feet up in the air like twice. It makes like noises. Everyone turns and looks back.
Oh, dude. So here's my question. Now that you've been gaggling with the press all week, how do you think they feel about you? Do they see you as a YouTuber, a new age digital media guy? Because you got your little phone. Like no one else has got their phones out, right?
I don't know.
Because I will say that iPhone 11 is sick.
Of all the press I talked to, they seem like cool. We might have talked to a Fox News reporter yesterday and got it off the record.
Oh,
asking her what she thought of Andrew Yang.
Oh, shit.
And it's off the record.
It's off the record, though. We can't share that. It's exclusive. Watch out, your cable. Are you going to whisper sweet nothings in my ear or what? Oh, dang, that's harsh. There we go. Okay, we got chat up, guys. We finally got chat. Now I just got to get power to chat. Once we get chat, we get some power to chat. In the red zone.
Where are you going to be set up streaming?
I'm literally just going to stand here and stream from here, I think. Don't you think? What do you guys think? Do you think this is a good spot? If Andrew was...
Are you going to be able to beat it?
Why not?
Are you going to be like down on the ground?
No, everyone's going to be stood here.
Oh, we're standing?
You don't think so? Are they about to go put a bunch of chairs in here? I doubt it. It's going to be standing room only. I'm just going to stand right here.
Okay, then I'll stand right here with my camera.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, there's an audio sync. Okay, flush. Let's try that.
Did you get a donut yet?
No, I haven't gotten a donut. I'm fine. I'll eat later. I ate yesterday.
Nice. Well, the donut was good.
Okay, wait. Can you do me a favor? There's a zipper at the top. Like I might be touching it. It's not the big zipper. It's like a zipper that goes into like a small bag. I got like some cables in it, including a iPhone charger.
With the hat?
Hat. No. It's the other one then. The first one you did is probably the right one. There should be like two great cables, and then I'll put them in my fanny pack. Yeah, there we go. That'll be better. So then now I can plug in my phone so chat can give some power to chat. Chat, I just want to give you some power.
Oh, is that the chat now?
Yeah, this is what I was trying to tell you. Yeah, like, see, isn't that sick?
Yeah.
This is the way to do it. So now I can...
See, when I get back situated, I'm going to upgrade my gear.
Yeah, no, we gotta like talk about like all the different things that we could do in terms of like it's some like I want to do some crazy stuff. Like for example, wouldn't it be cool if we could right now, not just drones? Okay, imagine this. What if right now while we're in here, we could set up 4 or 5 cameras across all of here, and we could auto switch between them?
Well, what I want to do is just have like 5 cameras set up, so then I can upload it to YouTube and have like 5 different views.
Oh,
and you switch off between them. Like you have one facing the crowd, and then imagine at like the outdoor events if we had like drones flying up above the
and now I got 3D cameras.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
we would have the best coverage of Andrew Yang, way better than any. No offense, MSM. Way better than they could ever do.
I thought you were gonna say no offense, MSNBC.
MSM. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to get the Twitter @s of every single press person that's been following the entire bus tour and then do like a big tweet being like, thank you at blah from CNN, thank you at blank from ABC, thank you at, and then like Yang Media shout out, and then try to get.
That they write stories, right? Isn't that the idea, that we want them to cover more stuff, and oftentimes they just don't even know what's happening, right?
You want to talk to Julian real quick?
Wait, what's? Well, he'll come. Yeah, he'll come. I mean,
If he has an update.
yeah, he's got us. Let me do this.
I think the bus went to do like a. I think they did like they probably met with like local press.
I got you. Yeah.
The other day they stopped at the Quad City Times, and of course me and Fred were the only ones there.
Hey guys, this is desynced. We're gonna resync it. So look, you're gonna learn how this thing works in the bag. Well, I'll show you first, and then next time you can help me. So there's a button that turns this live view on and off. Okay. Okay. So look right here. It's hard to see because there's a button right here. Do you see there's like you can see there's like a power symbol right there?
Yeah.
That button starts and stops it. So very cool.
Yeah. Second time. Yeah.
I think it's worth it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
This is like our fifth, or I don't know. Wait, how many times have you seen? Not as many, but I guess if you count the last 5 days, you've seen them like 30 times.
You guys are following them?
Yeah.
Have you seen the big Yang 2020 Truckers for Yang truck? Yeah, I've been riding in that for the past 5 days.
Oh, wow.
Awesome.
How's that been?
Fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Stressful, but fun.
Oh, yeah? Why was it stressful?
Because the guy I ride with, Fred,
Yeah.
he's just always on the phone, and he's the person that when anything goes wrong in like the grassroots side of the Yang gang, he's the man they call. So I hear like
I know he's been putting his phone number on.
Yeah, so I hear all the. It's like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I
You guys are press. Where are you guys from?
We're from the internet. We come from the internet.
Yeah. What's your channel?
Zach and Matt show.
Awesome.
And I do a stream on Twitch called Yang Stream.
Yep, we'll watch.
Oh, you guys seen it? Well, you're on it.
Yeah.
Well, this is Zach and Matt. I'm Yang Stream.
This is Matt.
Well, this is Matt.
Zach is not here.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, awesome.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I recognize the logo, but like, because you guys are kind of cartoony on the elsewise. So
whenever we're together, people mistake him for Zach.
Yeah.
But you guys probably see each other a lot too.
Yeah. No, it's been awesome. I mean, basically, I'm the creeper most of the time. He's been creeping this week, but I'm the creeper who follows Andrew around, like physically, and then he's the one who has every video ever of Andrew and creeps him online.
Yeah, I mean, you guys are on it.
Yeah.
You know, it's like comes out, and I get the notice, and I'm like, yes, let's watch it and like it.
Well, it really helps too. It's like when we're, at work, it's supposed to be working, but like wanting to know what's going on, it's so beneficial for the rest of us. So.
No, I agree. It makes it so much better. And not only that, but Matt does such a good job of like putting together the pieces that it helps amplify the message. Because it might be like a thing that I record and it's like 100 or 200 people see it live. But then once he uploads it, it's like 10,000 people see it live, or not live.
Yang Stream's on Twitch?
Yeah, on Twitch.
Yeah.
In fact, if you just go to yangstream.com, it'll redirect you to our Twitch site. So you don't even have to remember where at Twitch or anything.
Yeah, there's been all sorts of apps that I've had to learn since I started
Yeah.
I was only on Facebook and Instagram.
Yeah, go for it. Come on. This is good. Yeah, no, I'm mobilized for events, and Slack is needed for volunteering, and then the whatever the thing they use for texting is, and the phone banking thing, and everything else. So wait, where did you guys drive from?
Minnesota.
Oh, wow.
Minneapolis.
How far of a drive is that?
It was like almost 4.5. No, it was over 4. Yeah, because going down to, it was like 4.5.
Okay.
So.
That's worth it. I literally just flew from California, so.
Oh, sure.
So
how are you enjoying the weather?
Oh, yeah, right? So I just left like nice 65, 70 degrees or something, and I've walked into like freaking freezer box or something like that.
Yeah.
But it's okay. I'm wearing like 7 layers of clothing. Fred said I'm a 7-layer bean
have you
dip.
been in Fred's truck too?
Yeah.
Okay.
He and I, we've done some ride arounds. We went around South Carolina and Georgia and a bunch of stuff together. So that was really fun. Have you guys gone and hung out with it?
On the truck?
It's like right outside. Did you see it?
Oh, I didn't see it.
Yeah, well, it might have been after. I mean, Fred's right over there talking, and after, you guys should come and check out the truck. I mean, assuming you want to see what it's all about. It's real dirty right now.
We see the outside of it.
Yeah, we saw the outside of it at Yangapalooza.
Yeah, and that, man, dude, what dedication, man. Going around and, like, making sure that the message is spread.
Yeah.
Ooh, look, the people are coming. They're starting to come. It's happening.
No, we're trying to get front because this is what I've got. I'm trying to get this signed.
Ooh.
This is our Christmas card.
Oh, that's awesome. That's incredible. I like that.
We've been sending it to like all of our family and friends.
What a good idea. What a good idea.
I wear a Yang shirt to every
Can you show it to the stream again?
Absolutely.
I saw it really quickly, but like here. Hey guys, look at this. We're going to get this signed by Andrew. Now, are you going to give it to someone after you get it signed?
Oh, this is mine.
For us to keep.
Oh, this is for you.
We've been sending ours out to, we've been sending out copies to everyone else.
Here's to moving forward together. Very cool. I like this. That's very nice. That's the way to go. So, when did you first hear about Andrew?
Well, we saw his interview on, was it the Southern China Morning thing, like a year and a half ago?
Yeah, you were the first one to tell me
about I told
it.
him, but then I kind of brushed it off.
Yeah.
And then he started getting into Andrew Yang, was it like in March?
It was early February, March-ish. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think
just saw a couple interviews.
Yeah.
Heard about him on YouTube. Yeah.
And then he was subconsciously
Love
yanking
that
me.
card.
And one day we were
Subconsciously for himself or subconsciously for you?
Well, I started sharing out like events and like postings on Facebook and stuff.
Yeah.
He was subconsciously yanking me because he would play like Yang videos all the time. And one day I was sitting in the truck with him and I was like, oh my god, it just clicked. It was like, I think I'm yanking now. And so then I started doing my own stuff and now I'm all in.
So have you guys yanged a bunch of your family and friends as well?
Yep. We yanked my brother-in-law who was an independent, and he's now been yanking everybody. And his family is from here in Iowa, so he's been yanking friends and family here in Iowa. He's yanking a couple of people as well.
That's what we like to hear.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the critical piece, right? We got to hit every Californian. Where are you guys in the voting? Are you at post Super Tuesday? Where's Minnesota?
We are on Super Tuesday.
Okay.
March 30th.
Do they have early voting?
Yes, there is early voting. I don't remember exactly when it starts though.
Because we can essentially vote the same. In California, we have mail-in ballots, and we can vote early starting the day that Iowa can start voting.
Okay.
So, and honestly, it's like having lived in Texas and voted there, and it's not impossible by any means, but having someone mail you a thing that you can then sit at your computer and research and like read the names and be like, oh, let me see what this is about and that is about. It's a completely different experience than like, you got to go in this booth and you better. Oh wait, where did his camera just go? Did Matt just grab it? Wait.
Yeah, I saw him come up.
Okay, I just want to make sure it was Matt who grabbed it. Because I was supposed to be watching his camera and I turned.
I saw him come up.
Okay, as long as he's the one who grabbed it, then we're fine.
Yeah, no, I agree. I normally like have like a little post-it note and I feel like I'm cheating. Because then I go up and I'm like, well, because I research it at home and then I have my little post-it note of people. And then I go up and then I like look and I'm like, okay, well, these are the people that I wanted. But then I'd rather, be able to sit at home and research it instead of feel like I'm cheating. Because I don't know if you're allowed to have a post-it note while voting.
It's funny, everyone's having a seat. We're having a sit-off, a sitting rally. The people of Iowa are very friendly. They come and they sit together. Here, I'm going to plug this in so I don't lose my phone. got here? Getting some iPhone charge going. Come on. Fortino. There it goes. Video. Yeah, I got you. Oh, I got you. Oh. Okay. Yeah, I got you. I'll let him know when he comes back. I don't know where he is, but if you see him first, you can tell him. I'll let him know if he comes back here.
Jamie did it. We're trying to start this Yang Iowa 50 days long, so donate $50.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So guys, this is what we're going to do. There's 177 of you. We're doing the Yang Iowa 50. There's a secure ActBlue link to donate to the campaign. It's going to be put in the chat. You heard them. If you haven't donated recently and you were thinking about getting me a Christmas present, and I know that you were thinking about spending $50 on me, it only makes sense that you would spend at least $50. I mean, what kind of Christmas present isn't at least $50? Come on, guys. Throw a little cash. By the way, we're trying to get to that $2 million goal here in the next, like almost 36 hours or so? Yeah. Where are we at? Let's see where we're at with that.
We're like at 1.2.
It's interesting because right after he qualified, it's zoomed up, and then it was like everyone else is like, we're going to wait till last day.
Yeah.
I bet there's some people who are pissed because they're like, wait, don't let it go above $250,000 left or $750,000 left because we did 750,000 last time. We need to go higher this time in a single day total.
Yeah, that's what I
Oh, really? Man.
No, I just know the Yanking procrastinate. Yeah, we're at 1.264. So we got some time.
I'd rather just go. Let's just get in there.
Yeah, then it could be over a weekend instead of a random Saturday, a random weekend. We got
Yo, DDS. So the poker tournament got delayed, postponed. We found this out 2 nights ago. Basically, so we did raise the money, but unfortunately, the poker tournament had to be postponed. I have no further information other than that it was postponed. So I will be interested once I learn more information to pass it on to you guys and let you know what's going on. But we did do it. We just need to, unfortunately, wait until we hear more from the campaign about what the status of it is. Look how civil this has become. Everyone has come in. They've sat down. Look at this, guys. It's filling up. What's that?
You gonna be there the whole time?
Yeah, you can stand right next to me though.
It's for a stinger.
What's that?
I'm video for a stinger.
Oh, I got you.
That side.
Well, maybe. I mean, I think that's open for now. I got a guy who's gonna probably come here. Where did he go? Oh wait. Oh, there he is. Okay. He's good. A new way forward, guys. Oh, are you too?
I'll play it.
You too?
I'll play it.
What side are you on?
I'll play it.
You on Twitter?
No.
You on Snapchat? You want? Oh, you live on Insta? We're live on Instagram. Get on that gram. They're so cute sitting in the gym. I agree. Is Minnesota nice, I think?
Minnesota nice.
Is this Minnesota nice right here?
It's very Minnesota nice.
Yeah, give me some examples of Minnesota nice.
This is Iowa, though.
Yeah, this is Iowa nice.
That's what I'm saying.
Iowa
Like,
nice.
so what does it mean when you're Minnesota nice? Like someone backs into your car,
Yeah.
it's a little bump, but it's not really even a scratch. You go, oh, it's okay.
Well,
Get out of here.
You know, I haven't had this happen to me yet, but I know other people have other folks shoveling their snow out of their like driveways.
Yeah, that's the main
Yeah,
example.
that's the main example.
You gotta-
Like 3 or 4 feet of snow, someone else will come and shovel your driveway.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
That's Minnesota nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People open doors for each other.
Damn.
That's just old school chivalry. yeah. It's mostly snow. Sometimes it's like passive aggressiveness, but
Yeah.
mostly it's like wintry survival, shoveling snow, helping your neighbors out, cutting grass.
Yeah, sorry guys. Now that everybody's coming in, they're asking me to go out and look at the line. I can't, guys. I'm staking my claim to the ideal position, but I can do this for you. So you can kind of zoom and ask people what the gym fills up with.
I'm clear to go on the bus.
Yeah, but it's
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm doing. So you make sure you film this.
oh wait, you're saying you're going right now?
When Andrew gets off the bus and it's empty, then I'll have to go.
Yeah, exactly. But you're gonna put while you're out.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll come back.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I mean.
There's gonna be a exclusive bus on the Zach and Matt.
There you go.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see it.
Yeah, you will.
Exclusive. You hear that? Exclusive bus tour on the Zach and Matt show.
What?
Exclusive.
Don't get so close to my face.
You are live. You are really live right now.
Well, now that we're live, why
You
don't
are
we back up?
extremely live right now.
That's like live and
This is how live you were.
Oh my god, no.
And it's a wide angle lens. It's like super wide.
So they can see the outside and trim this week?
yeah.
You're all good.
I thought it was like a stylish thing. I thought you left those,
Shut up.
Okay, guys. So, are we close enough to the stage for you guys?
Oh, you
Is
really
this
are
close
live,
enough?
for real?
Yeah. I've been like, we don't stop.
You know I'm just playing with
We
you.
don't stop, can't stop, won't stop.
You are hilarious.
Occasionally.
Your little friend. Oh, let me stop. Your friend that does the thing with you?
Yeah.
He's so nervous.
Yeah.
I was like,
It's okay. He's young.
Six?
He's like 20.
that's how I was like, do we seem old to you? That's what I said to her. Do we seem really old to you?
Are you going to tell the whole stream how old you are?
38.
Oh, okay. Then you're not old.
I'm the same age as Fred.
Wait, is Fred 38?
I think so. That's what he told me.
Can we get a confirmation in the chat? How old is Fred, ladies and gentlemen?
As the kids get older.
Let's see the chat.
3 years ago, these
Hey, Ted's back. Hi, Ted. 38? Wow. Dang. Damn, she looks good. Fred is 44.
Oh, that's sweet.
Fred 40s. He lied to her.
No, she's.
No, you.
How old are you?
I'm 43.
Oh.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, he was honest. She just doesn't listen. She doesn't pay attention when people talk.
Look at my face.
It just went in one ear, out the other.
I'm 5 years older than her.
He does a live stream.
She's like
It was hilarious.
almost 40.
No shit.
She just told us. She let us
I
know.
don't care, though.
I'm glad that Fred's revealing it though.
I'm
I mean-
being honest.
I wouldn't care, either which way. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, fair enough.
I do.
You do you?
I do. Well, actually, I like to not do me, but if you don't mind, is that okay with you?
Fred, I'm not gonna get back in the truck with you. I'm afraid to be in the truck with you now.
Funny joke, you know what I mean?
You know what I mean?
Guys, Fred, why is Fred so happy? They're asking. They're saying like Fred is just so happy right now.
No, I'm always happy, man.
That's true.
Honestly,
Fred,
though, I had 2 days of like being hella depressed, bro.
yeah, I saw.
Because I was out in the usually when I'm out in the cold, Wyoming, Montana.
Are you still talking about being on the phone?
No, what I'm saying is,
Bro, he's still
I'm in my
talking
truck,
about it.
sheltered, right? Like seasonal depression is like a real thing.
I know it is, and I'm not trying to diminish it at all.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
I think my dance might win.
Okay, sorry guys. I'm
But I
trying to
really wanna see the other
get it
dance,
so I can
could've-
record this whole event. Unfortunately, I don't have access to a computer, so I'm having to remote into my computer using my phone.
Yes, let's show me some good ones.
Ooh, there we go. Perfect. Okay, cool. Now I can record. Boom.
You're seeing yourself?
Well, so this is my computer at home. I want to record what we're doing.
Ew,
So.
look at your face.
See, that's why you gotta get used to it. You just gotta get used to your face being round. I have a naturally rounded face right now because of all the little love, this little hamburger, maybe a little pizza, an egg roll, and so this just makes it cherubic. It adds a little bit of a.
Oh, cherubic, that's cute.
So now we're recording. Cool. I can
I don't
disconnect.
even look bad in there, so we're good.
Not even. You can't not even.
I did a dance.
For what?
Yay.
Yo, you danced for Yang?
Yeah.
How did that go?
I feel like it went really well.
And what was the song you danced to? The same song that everybody
Return
said?
of the freaking Mac.
Oh, Return of the Mac.
And
Wait, where are you from originally?
I live in the Quad Cities.
I don't know.
Where Illinois and I would meet on the Quad.
Oh, okay,
But I
I
live
got
on the
you.
Illinois side.
So you're used to this weather.
Pardon?
So you're used to this weather.
I mean, you never get used to it.
Oh, no? I don't know. I see some people walking around with like shorts sometimes out here, and I'm like, what? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
The,
My coats.
but what about the? Oh, plug your dance video. They want to see it. Where is it
Fred
posted?
has it.
Is it? But is it uploaded to his YouTube?
Not yet.
Oh, okay. It's not uploaded, guys.
Fred has it.
You will
but
have the. Oh,
I have a teaser.
do you have a Twitter?
I don't have Twitter. I have Instagram.
Do you want to plug your Instagram so all these creepers can follow you?
How many creepers? No, I'm just
204.
Okay, they're not creepers.
No, they're not. They're very lovely people.
It's Eliza E-L-I.
Here, type it in there,
Oh,
and then they'll see it.
she danced for Fred. No, fam. I danced and well, he videoed it. Eliza
The 8th graders would have been this
Lou
less.
on IG, and if you DM me. If you DM me or comment on, well, maybe not a comment, but if you DM me, then I'll add you back. I'm really good at adding people
but
back.
wait, are you saying that is it that you have to? Is it that you have to add people before they can see your stuff?
No.
Or how does it work?
No, I just like adding people back.
Oh, I gotcha. I
yeah, I
gotcha.
just like adding people back. I'm cool. Like, you know what I mean? I think that's nice.
Yeah, there we go.
I think that's
follow
nice.
for follow, guys. Follow for follow. There's
Okay.
a lag. Oh, there's probably just a bunch of people around us now, so we gotta. Ooh, we found. Here's the dance.
No, that's a teaser. That ain't even the real deal. That ain't even the real deal.
Damn.
Hold on. That's the teaser. That's the teaser. Hey, yeah. Okay, that's all you get.
That's all you're getting.
It's a teaser.
You'll get the.
Let's put it this way. It was difficult to keep it on the clean end of the spectrum. Yeah. So wait, where are you? Oh, you're from California.
I'm not born there, but that's where I live now, and
Cool.
so I live. I mean, have you visited?
Yeah, I used to live there for like 8 years.
Oh, okay. So Southern California or Northern?
I lived in Hollywood.
Hollywood. Oh, okay. I mean,
Yeah, I lived in Boyle Heights for a while too. You ever been to Boyle Heights?
I don't think so. Where's that?
Oldest cemetery in Los Angeles.
It's
East LA.
Oh,
East
okay.
LA.
Then never mind. That's not what I'm thinking. Because there's like the Hollywood Cemetery, but that's not
No,
it
that
at all.
one's dope too, but that's
Yeah.
not the oldest.
Yeah, okay. I've been to the Hollywood Cemetery. They do these like over the summer. They'll play movies in like or do
Yeah.
concerts and stuff
Yeah.
like that. When did you live there? How long ago?
Oh gosh, I was really young. I moved out there before I turned 18, and then a couple years ago I lived there for a year. But yeah, I was just out there not that long ago, like October. I was out there.
Okay, give me 1 second. I'm in Iowa. About to live stream a Andrew Yang rally.
That's so funny that you.
What's that?
When you came up, you're like, "I'm live streaming, by the way." I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, thank you for.
Yeah,
telling
no,
me.
you know what? I've had that problem too, where I don't know. Sometimes
Like if you came up to me like this, I would
Yeah.
have no clue.
Yeah. Oh, really?
None. Bro, I would just think you were holding a camera.
Look, it's like the little red lights on.
I'm looking at you. I'm not looking at the little red light.
Oh, okay. I'll have to come up and like be like, hey.
Oh my gosh.
No, this is you're not the you're not the first. No. I've decided I need to get like a shirt that says "Watch what you're saying."
Just do exactly what you did.
I'm live.
Hey, I'm
No,
live
because
streaming.
what happens is this: like we're talking, and then someone joins the conversation,
Oh, okay.
and then they don't realize it, and that's happened before. Where I assume because you and I are like, oh yeah, we're talking and we're live
Yeah.
streaming and we're looking at our phone and chatting with people, and then like 20 minutes goes by, like, wait, we're live? I'm like, oh fuck.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, it's a pretty common thing. I'm new to this live streaming thing, and as in a few months, you know.
You know what's funny? When me and him were riding together, like I would say something and he would be like, "Oh, he's a Republican."
It's
Right?
okay.
It's okay, guys. He's a Republican, right?
What are you guys gonna say about me?
I'm just saying, like,
It's-
that was
it's the-
because, like, the thing is the Yang Gang has Republicans, Democrats, people that are libertarian. So when I did.
No, it's because he has no filter, and so whenever the filter would come off, I'd be like, it's okay, guys. He's a conservative.
Is that what you guys think of us?
No, not at all. But why us? We're us. We're all part of us.
I was speaking more local. Like
Yeah, I know. I'm just messing. Yeah, no, that's fair. No, not at all. It's just a way so that when people watch it, they don't judge me. They only judge him. You know what I mean?
No, I don't know what you mean. Jeez. That's pretty awesome, man. You throw him right under the bus.
Yeah, it's okay. He likes it under the bus.
Well, just because you are in a car with someone doesn't mean you think this, or in a truck with someone doesn't mean you believe the same thing as them. Right?
Oh yeah, no. I think that there's not necessarily. Yeah, what's up, team?
How's it going?
You want to say hi to everybody, guys?
Yes. Hey, how's it going? Hey, Jesse. How's it going?
Oh, so you know someone who's watching?
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
Friends, yeah.
Very cool.
Yep.
So wait, where's Jessie at?
She's in Minnesota. Yeah.
Jessie,
Yeah,
we got some people from Minnesota here. Come on. Why didn't Jessie hop in your car, guys?
Let Jesse know next time.
Jessie. So wait, do you guys know a Jessie in Minnesota? I wonder where in Minnesota are you?
Virginia?
Oh, you guys came from Virginia.
That's awesome.
Virginia.
Any Iowans here in the front? Iowans?
Iowa City.
Iowa City. Okay. Locals. There we go. There we go. Cedar Rapids. This is good, man. Look at this crowd. People are still coming in too. So people are here to be gang.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh.
We'd like to announce a small piece of housekeeping. Anybody who is parked in the fire lane outside must make sure that they remove their vehicle. Once again, if you are parked in the fire lane outside, please move your vehicle. Thank you very much.
Go ahead and tow it.
Is there any identifying markings on the vehicle that you might be able to give us so that we know which vehicle it is?
Hey, I just want to say that if you can tow my vehicle in the next, 2 hours, I mean, it is what it is. Do your thing.
Who the heck parks in the fire lane? Good question.
Hey,
Yeah, what if there's a fire?
I was not, I make sure that I'm never, in the way of the fire hydrant.
Sounds like you're on the fire lane.
Dude,
No, I wasn't. It didn't say anything about the fire
I gotta
lane.
go. I feel like this place isn't safe anymore.
What?
I'm joking. In case there's a fire.
You're awesome. All the way from Norway, right?
Of course, that movie came out before any of you were born.
where's this person who's talking to us?
Yeah, I don't know.
I feel like
I kind of like it.
it's omnipresent.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I dig it.
So is this first yang,
No.
second yang,
No.
third yang,
Yes.
third? Same? What were the first two?
Political Party Live podcast in the Yacht Club.
Yeah.
In
That was
Mar-
back in May.
Oh wait, sorry guys, give me 1 second. Hey, what's up?
What was that?
Zach.
Yeah, what's up? Well, maybe I can I do it without moving?
Yeah, when he came to Yacht Club.
Okay, cool. They did a podcast where you just
Yeah. Fred's right here. Can I hand him the phone?
That's tough. That means you're tough.
Give me 1 second. Hey, wait, Matt needs your help, man.
Yeah, that is.
Matt needs you.
I gotta go. I just wanted
Matt
to
needs
say,
me?
Yeah.
I thought that I
What up, Matt?
into it.
Okay, sorry about that.
That's when his getting yanked a bit.
So wait, the first one you said was a political podcast or something?
Yeah, at the Yacht Club in downtown Iowa City.
Okay. And when was that?
It was just a podcasting that I
No,
heard-
when? Like
Oh,
May.
May.
So like 6 months
I heard him
ago.
on Joe Rogan. That's how I first found out about it.
Okay.
Out of the Joe Rogan podcast.
And then I found he was coming, yeah, so I brought Kevin to it and was like, let's
So
check
you
it
were
out.
the yanger.
Yes.
You started it. The disease struck you first, and now
Oh,
you've
yes.
passed it on.
It spreads quite easily.
Generally how it happens.
Yes.
Well, the thing is, you realize that for people like myself who come from California, where I live, the whole idea that Iowans represent thousands of us, right, in terms of voting power, means that if you're busy doing, like, you just, like, it went from 1,000 to 2,000. If you each can hit another one, there's 4,000. We just got to keep moving. So how many people are you, how many islands have you successfully yanked?
My dad, actually.
Take this call real quick, and then tell me what to do.
No.
What's that?
Hello?
What's your name? Kevin. Kevin, nice to meet you. What's your
I
name?
am Rachel.
Yeah. Rachel, nice to meet you.
Hi.
So you got your dad to start talking about your
He was asking me if I've converted, I think, any other people. No, but I've talked to my dad, who's a conservative, and he actually likes yang.
Yeah, all the conservatives like yang.
Right? I'm like, yes.
Did you talk to your dad too?
No.
What?
I'm trying to get my siblings on board.
Turn it on.
I'm trying to get my mom on board, but Illinois is very late.
Wait, which one is it? What brand is it?
Cycle.
Yeah.
We gotta work around our friend
7,
group a
okay,
little more.
give me a second. I'll do it.
Say that again?
We gotta work around our friend group a little bit more. There's a lot of other supporters in there.
Hold this, man.
Gotta pull them away.
I gotta go turn this camera on.
Okay.
I'll take care of it. You just make sure that
I think a lot of people are like yang curious. They're just like afraid to like come out.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I know some people that I know some people in the family that were like, it came down to, they were Warren supporters, and then when we got down to the nitty gritty, what it came down to is they wanted a woman in the office, right? And I was just like, so what I do is just say to people who want a woman in the office, I just say having a penis is not a qualification to run for president. And then they're like, yeah, and I'm like, I'll leave you with that, right? And then, because they say yeah to that, which is basically the anger of basically not having a woman's voice, right? And then I say, okay, so would you rather have the anger, be stuck with the anger of not having a woman's voice, or be stuck with $1,000 a month? Take your choice. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then they're like, talk to you later, I'll get back to you on that. You know what I mean? Because that's a hard choice to make.
Yeah. The worst supporters I've talked to, their concern is that he just doesn't have political experience.
Yeah,
that's been the hard sell in my part.
That is the good sell.
That's a good.
Well, yeah, that's why I'm like, that's why I like.
Oh, so this is what I say. As I say, okay, so why do we have to suck for 20, 30, or 40 years, right? To prove that we can suck for 4 or 8.
Yeah.
Right? So I say, you don't, like, so would you rather start at, if your bank account was at -20, -30, or -40, or would you rather have your bank account start at 0? That's what I
say. Start at $1,000 a month.
No, exactly. That's exactly what I say, right? But what I'm saying is like, you don't get, it doesn't account for experience if you've been doing something the wrong way for 20 years.
Yeah. Well, and here's the thing. None of them have experience. None of them have been the president. Right. So,
yes!
I mean, really, when it comes down to it, he's been the CEO, which is the closest thing to what a president is. This is what I always say. People are like, well, you would want the surgeon performing the surgery. He's not performing the surgery. He's the CEO watching the surgeons and making sure they perform the surgery. I, too, want the surgeons performing the surgery, and I want the CEO being the CEO.
That's a really good answer. I like that. No, I mean, that is a good answer. Yeah. But with certain people, what I like to do is just create cracks and then just bounce.
I just love shouting gang gang randomly.
What's that?
I just love shouting gang gang randomly with my friends.
Yeah.
Clear the bag.
Eventually they'll catch on. They'll be like, gang gang, gang gang.
Yeah. How old are you?
25.
How old are you? Okay, how old are you?
35.
Okay. See, I think, like, it's a little bit... Now, go ahead.
I'm going to park it right here.
Yeah.
Does that work for you?
It works awesomely, yes. I think a lot of times, and I say this because I'm a trucker, and a lot of the people that I talk to are like 40 years old, 50 years old. There's a research that says once you become a homeowner, within 5 to 10 years, everything starts to cement. And you have to like jackhammer, you have to literally break out the jackhammer and start talking, and especially conservatives, you have to talk conservative talk. Like, you don't know what the hell you're talking about, you're an idiot, you don't know shit, you're a sheep, right? And And when you talk to people like that, I know that it's not humanity first, but it's their humanity. Like, you know, like Paul, the Apostle Paul said about the Christians, I'm all things to all men so that I might win some, right? It's like you have to speak that language. Like when I go down south and I talk to black people, the favorite thing I like to hear is, oh, Andrew Yang, I fucks with him. That's what they say. I fucks with Andrew Yang, right? Or with conservatives, they're like, this one guy he's like the only guy that makes sense. And I'm like, okay, so what are you gonna do with that? You're gonna just sit on your hands, or are you gonna continue doing what you're doing? You know what I mean? So,
what made you decide to go to kind of like work with the Yang campaign and go around and campaign with him?
Well, because he's just a good person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, he's a good person. He's not full of shit. Like, Democrats are they're just so full of shit. Like, I'm just like, dude, Buttigieg is a walking focus. He's a walking focus group. He's a walking focus group.
That's what Warren's speaking of.
What? No, yeah, Warren was like the other day, they were like, so would you allow your son or daughter to be, on a foreign board? She was like, no.
Yeah.
And then she was like, she thought about it, and you could see her contemplating, oh shit.
Yeah.
My daughter's on a board.
No. It was oh shit. If Biden makes the nomination, I don't want this to be played, right? Because I want Biden to win if I don't win. So, I'd have to see. I'd have to look at it. And it's just like, just answer the freaking question. Be honest. You know what I mean? Just be honest. And he's just not full of shit. Like, everybody else is so, I would say Tulsi's not full of shit. Like, I like Tulsi. She has, she has that integrity.
Yeah, it's the authenticity.
The authenticity. Yeah, I just don't like people that are full of shit. Like, if you're gonna be...
I'm so amazed that someone like Andrew Yang is running. I honestly didn't think that, so like a candidate like him would be able to like make a serious run for it. Like, it's so hopeful, see that it's so possible.
Yeah, interview this couple.
I think that's what we're ready for. That's what we want. We just want someone who's gonna say, hey, I'm just trying to fix the problem, and then let's just keep.
It's crazy that that's like new in like politics. It's like, what? What are you even doing?
Bringing up like big problems that aren't at our doorstep.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Of course.
So much.
Yeah, no.
Do you work for?
I don't. I have a live stream. It's called yangstream.com.
Oh, okay.
And
So you're kind of with the candidate.
Well, no, it's all unofficial, but I follow Andrew around and I do live streaming. So all the different events. And in fact, we're streaming right now. So they're just saying hi. What's up, guys? Want to say hi to everybody?
Hi,
What's your name?
Kathy.
Hey, Kathy. My name's Ted.
Hi, Ted.
It's nice to meet you. How did you hear about Andrew?
I don't recall how I first heard about it.
It was so long ago.
Yeah.
And what made you want to come here today, then?
Well, I really like a lot of what he believes in, and the universal basic income and those kind of things. He's looking out for everybody, and I also just like to meet all the candidates.
How many of the candidates have you met so far?
Let's see. Met Bernie.
Okay.
Kamala Harris was who I was volunteering for. Mm-hmm. She dropped out, and got her. Julian Castro, Cory Booker. I think that's it.
That's pretty good. I mean, that's the thing that's interesting. In Iowa, it's pretty common to get a chance to go meet. Because, in California where I live, You got to pay money to go see them, right?
I know.
It's all fundraisers and stuff. Here, they're like dying to meet you. It's like, hey, we're gonna go get a bunch of Iowa. You got, as long as you're willing to, you can either buy a fundraiser in California or you can buy a ticket to Iowa, probably the same price.
Oh, absolutely.
And then come out here.
Cheaper.
Yeah, actually. And so, what have you? Are you from Iowa City?
I grew up in Williamsburg, which is 20 miles straight west of here.
Okay,
and then I've lived here since shortly after high school.
Nice. And so all the candidates you've seen have been in Iowa City then, presumably?
Yes.
So that is even better. So it's not even like you're having to go all over the state to go see people. You literally are sitting at your house and they're like, okay, we'll be at your house soon.
Okay, yeah, and if you have not heard this term, we are known here as the People's Republic of Iowa City because we're very liberal, and then a lot of the state, especially as you go further west or in the rural areas, is very red. So candidates know they have to come to Iowa City to have a chance at all at Iowa.
And so with this turnout, I mean, what does this tell you? I mean, you've been to all these events for all these different candidates. Do you typically see something about this large happening?
Not for a lot of them. I mean, the major candidates like Kamala, huge crowd, and Cory Booker, I think, has done larger crowds, but I saw him with a smaller crowd. But yeah, this is a very, very large crowd. I didn't realize. I knew people liked him, but I didn't realize that he had a huge following.
Well, and so, and that's interesting. So when you heard about this rally, where did you even hear about it from? Is it in like the local paper, or how are they communicating the information?
Oh, I was just wanting to see. Well, I have talked to a couple people from the campaign. You know, they call all the active Democrats in town.
Yeah.
But when I found out about this, I was just like, oh, I haven't seen Yang yet. Let me check out his website. And like, oh my gosh, he's coming this Saturday. Better sign up.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
Serendipitous.
Absolutely.
Because you're aware this is the end of a bus tour.
Okay.
So he's been on a bus tour through Iowa for the last 5 days, I want to say. Yeah, this is the 5th day. So it started Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, yeah. And he's done like kind of a circle. I think they started in Des Moines, and I was, unfortunately, so I have a full-time job, so I'm only here on the weekends to do this. But Matt, who was here earlier, he was, I think before you came out, he was here. But either way, he's a friend of mine. He has a YouTube channel called The Zach and Matt Show, and they upload all this content to their channel that I shoot here live.
Okay.
So we've been working together for a couple months, and he decided, hey, I'm going to go out to Iowa to shoot this bus tour. And he offered to stream while he was shooting for his channel. And so now we've gotten essentially 5 days nonstop of Andrew Yang at he was in Des Moines, he was in Cedar Falls, he was in Dubuque, he was, I don't know the names of all the cities, but he's made his little tour. So the whole point is, this is the culmination of all that. So we're about to see all the excitement, because this is, 50 days until the caucusing begins. It's down to the wire. It's an interesting situation. Andrew obviously has, as you can see, a lot of grassroots support. I mean, there's not necessarily, not to disparage any other candidates, but I don't know that, Julian Castro coming to town is getting the same type of reaction, perhaps, as he is. And so the question is, can we translate this into, actual votes when it comes time? So how do you decide when you want to, I know you were saying you're volunteering for Kamala. What is your criteria? What are the issues that you're kind of looking at that make you decide? Because it's a large field, right?
Yeah. And it was a tough one because there's a lot of good candidates, and I mean, I liked her policies on healthcare and immigration. I saw her speak last spring and was very impressed with what she had to say and how she answered questions from the crowd. And it was just really, what made me take a look at her first was just sort of the novelty of, oh my gosh, a woman of color is running for president. And sometimes, as far as making my choice, sometimes what it comes down to is which campaign does a better job of reaching out to me and making me feel welcome. And that like a gut feeling.
Yeah.
And I usually don't really make a decision until after I've seen them in person, because that really cinches it.
See, and all these people are watching. They're watching this because they can't see. Like most people, some people in the chat have met Andrew. A few people here who are watching have probably met him. But the idea that I don't know. I want to make sure everybody heard it. You don't pick a candidate until you've met them. So this is classic Iowa, guys.
Yeah,
you literally, it's like, oh, I'm not going to vote for you. You haven't literally come and said hi to me.
Yeah, exactly. That I hope we do not lose our first caucus status, because I love it. I do this every presidential cycle.
And so tell us about the caucusing part of it. Like, in other words, when you get in there, because I was even talking to someone who drove me here, they were saying that there's going to be a lot of Kamala supporters who will show up anyways, right?
Right.
So what's that process going to be like then? I mean, you're, I guess, an ex-Kamala supporter, you could say. She dropped out. Does that mean that you're going to come out and automatically support another candidate, or do you go in there and discuss it with the people who are in the room, and that helps inform you?
We better listen.
Okay, well, we'll talk more after. It was good meeting you. Thank you so much.
Is everybody excited for Andrew Yang?
Yeah.
All right, very cool. This is a pretty big crowd. At the office opening a couple weeks ago, it was a much smaller crowd. I thought that was a big crowd. And so this is amazing that everybody's here. A little bit about myself. My name is Kenta. I am a volunteer, and I'm actually not from Iowa City. I'm from California. All the way from California. You'll accept me? And the only reason I'm here is to volunteer on a presidential campaign. But I have one caveat. The reason I moved out here was not for Andrew Yang's campaign. It was for Elizabeth Warren's campaign. Now, I see a lot of blank stares right now. Don't worry. There's a reason they invited me up here. You're going to like where the story goes. The reason I got involved in this campaign was because somebody by chance handed me Andrew Yang's book. And after I read it, I started looking at the podcasts, the videos on YouTube, and I started to think harder.
Matt!
And I started thinking harder about my own life, and in particular, a difficult time in my life. 3 years ago, I had the worst year of my life. So I had saved up a bunch of money as an English teacher in Tokyo, and I was going to start a business. Long story short, business didn't work. I lost almost all my money, all my savings. And at the same time, all my friends, they were engineers, they were lawyers. They were making boatloads of money. And I felt like a complete loser. I didn't have an income, no job, no nothing. And then at the same time, my dad was getting sick. He was getting ill. But he had been ill for a pretty long time. He was an alcoholic. And I never really understood that he was until that it became really obvious that he couldn't take care of himself, and so I had to take care of him. And it's really tough watching your parent slowly killing themselves, and they can't control it, and I couldn't control it. And then when he died, there was a strange thing that happened. I was lost, but there was a silver lining. And that silver lining was that my dad left me an apartment unit in Tokyo. And I don't know if you know anything about Tokyo, but these apartments are super small, right? Like people are like, oh, it's like a garage, right? No, like I've seen vehicles that are bigger than this apartment unit. It's 140 square feet, super small. And so what I did was, at the worst part of my life, I took the apartment, I sold it, paid the taxes, paid the fees, gave half of the money to my mom, and then I was left with $12,000, $13,000, $14,000. And, it's about the same as the freedom dividend, right? And so what I did with that money was to live frugally, to start studying programming. And I went back to vocational school for a short time, and then now I am a remote software developer out here doing what I like, which is volunteering with everybody here, and apparently it's also a passion of mine to freeze my ass off too. It's a lot different in California. And I know there are a lot of people who have gone through much worse, and I know that it seems like it kind of all worked out for me. And that's my point, that money isn't everything.
Amen.
But money is something. And that when you need it, you need it. And when you have it, it works. You can get your life together. And I don't know what I would have done without that safety net. But a lot of people, they don't have that. A lot of people aren't lucky. And I just started imagining, what if everybody had that? What if everybody, in the lowest parts of their life, when everything is really hard, when you're the most vulnerable, when you're the weakest, that we as a society say, hey, we're going to take care of each other. So that no matter what happens, you can put food on the table for your family. That no matter what happens to your job, your kids aren't going to grow up in poverty. That if you get sick, you're not going to go bankrupt. Let's take care of each other. And I start imagining a society where even if it comes to the worst, when you're at the lowest point in your life, even then, that because we take care of each other, that we can start thinking, not just to live another day, not just to fight another day, but to start dreaming. And we can envision a future for ourselves that's different and beyond just the problems that we see in front of us. And that future, and that society, it was a dream. But now I think it can be a reality. That's why I'm supporting Andrew Yang, because he showed me how that can be a reality. So I've done my thinking, and I know everybody here has done their own thinking. You've all thought harder. And I know that because nobody's like, hey, I'm sort of for Andrew Yang, right? That's right. Andrew Yang is not the default candidate for anybody. He didn't used to be vice president. He's not a famous senator. He's not a billionaire. He's not a media darling. Like, you can't come to the conclusion that Andrew Yang should be president unless you've thought, unless you've challenged your assumptions. And that's why we're all here.
Amen.
Yeah.
So thinking is good. We all know that. But it's not enough. That now that we've thought hard and we've thought harder, we need to make sure that we work even harder. We are at a moment in this campaign. We're different than the other campaigns. A lot of campaigns, they go up in the polls, then they crash down. We're still opening offices. We're outraising senators, we're outraising governors, and we're outraising the media's expectation. We're doing everything. This is a moment, everybody. Now, we got to seize the moment. That means reflecting and sharing why you believe in Andrew Yang, why you believe in his plan. I know everybody has an idea out there. So you need to share with your friends, with your family, and you need to share especially with strangers, and that's the hard part. We got to get out there. We got to activate. I've been canvassing, door knocking for months for Andrew Yang. I know a lot of other people here have been doing the same. I need you to do the same and keep doing the same. Knock on doors, talk to people you don't know, put yourselves out there. And one specific way you can do that is to join me tomorrow, 2 o'clock, at the Iowa City office. We're going to knock on doors, we're going to meet people, and we're going to be stronger together and make sure that we get this done. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for listening.
Everyone's so quiet. It's not gonna be in a minute.
Those who do nothing are invited to as well as violence. Those who act notably are recognized as right as well as reality.
Tell me. The best of all time.
Please make a 2 to 4 part emote spelling out Young 2020 so we can easily Young click. Chat.
Dividend winners from Andrew Yang. That's right. So when we talk about humanity first, we just don't talk about it. We actually live it on this campaign.
Amen.
Yeah. So I'd like to welcome all of you to the 50 Days from Final Victory Rally. That's right.
7 Sundays in
I remember when I first started on this campaign, I would have never guessed that I would be standing in a room full of hundreds of fellow Iowans, enthusiastic about a man that I thought was so absolutely incredible. Well, actually, let me correct myself. Because it was my wife who first, yeah, that's right. It was my wife who first turned me on to Andrew Yang. Because we went up to Clear Lake, Iowa in 2017. And Andrew Yang was up there with lots of other candidates, and he got up there to speak. And as we were driving home, I said to my wife, well, honey, what did you think of different speakers up there? My wife looked me dead in the eye and she said, you know what? Andrew Yang is the only one who's offering real solutions to help normal people in their lives. Right, that's why we're part of this campaign. To tell you a little quick story about why Humanity First means so much to this campaign, I want to tell you a little story about Andrew when we first started. See, we had a great big rally back in Des Moines, Iowa, with a little guy named J.D. Schulten. And yeah, little guy. JD's like 6'6". He's one of the only people who makes me look short. And so after we're done with this, rally, there's a couple hundred people there, and Andrew stays and waits in line to take pictures with every single person that's there. And I'm just like, Andrew, come on, I'm hungry, dude. I need some pizza like right now. Look at me, I need food. And so we get done with all the pictures, and it was an incredible night. But then one of our young volunteers had said, hey, wait a minute. I just lost my cell phone. And Andrew said, hey guys, we've got to find this kid's cell phone. So not only did he have every single staff member walking up and down the aisles of that arena to find that kid's cell phone, Andrew Yang himself was walking up and down those aisles looking for that young man's cell phone. So when you see our banners out there that say humanity first, you know it's not just a slogan, it is who Andrew Yang truly is. Amen. Humanity first. That's right. So now I want to introduce to you a very special friend of mine. You know, I come from the world of construction, and we always loved hiring vets. Vets were some of the greatest people that we could bring onto our sites. And why is that? Because vets, I know, can do three things. They improvise, they adapt, and they overcome. And they're some of the hardest working people we will ever see in the United States of America. And this young lady, due to her tremendous volunteerism, during all the times that she would drive hours from her home in South Dakota to show all the way up in Des Moines, Iowa, and volunteer, one day Andrew Yang said, you know what, she's no longer a volunteer. She's now working for this campaign. So ladies and gentlemen, it is my extreme pleasure to introduce to you a super volunteer who now works for this campaign and United States Naval veteran, my good friend, Heidi Day.
Thank you, Al. As you said, I'm Heidi Day. You guys probably know me for my work with Veterans for Yang, and also because I literally drive a Yang mobile all over Iowa. So this bus tour has been absolutely amazing, watching Andrew follow those roads and interstates that I've been driving for 3 months now, and meeting the people that I've met in Iowa, and watching them fall in love with this campaign, with Andrew, with these ideas, and it's just, it's been absolutely amazing. So I'm so excited to be here, and I get to announce the guests that are going to get up here to speak. So without further ado, I'll get that started. We have, first up, a high school student from Cedar Rapids. She goes to Kennedy High School, and her name is Sabrina. So welcome, Sabrina, to the stage.
Yeah, Sabrina!
Hey, so I'm Sabrina. I'm a senior for Cedar Rapids, and I'm just speaking how I support Andrew. So first thing that caught my attention with him is that he has his slogan that's not left, not right, go forward. And as a young adult, right now, that means so much to me when I've gone through high school, experiencing the hate that's bred out of our political climate. And his outlook is such a breath of fresh air for me, because right now we, like I just said, our political climate's really bad, and there's always conflict all the time, and there's gaps within the parties, and even within the parties themselves. But Yang doesn't villainize one side of the argument. He looks at both sides with respect, and you can tell that he really means it, like, for everybody. He wants what's best for all of us. And I haven't even mentioned his policies that mean a ton to me. Like, he wants to bring up those who are less fortunate than us, whether it's in education or financially or through his social policies. And Yang also has policies to support those who struggle with mental health and those in the LGBTQ community, and to protect my reproductive rights. And I want a president who knows that our earth is dying and will motivate us to save it. And I want a president who doesn't blame immigrants for our problems, who won't ignore the loopholes in our system that allows students like me to get shot literally every other day. And I want a president who proves he sees us as real people and know what we're economically worth to the top 2%. So I'm proud to support Andrew Yang because I know he supports me. Thank you. Next up on the stage, we'd like to welcome a pediatrician and mom from Coralville. Her name is Dr. Alex Iannone.
Yes.
Hi, I'm honored to be here tonight to support Andrew Yang. As a mother of 3 and as a pediatrician, you can imagine my life is pretty busy. And I did not intend to get involved in politics this season. However, after learning more about Andrew and his policies, I knew I could not miss the opportunity to support a candidate whose values reflect my own, which is a better world for our children. To support a candidate with the intelligence, the innovative ideas, and heart that Andrew Yang possesses is a once-in-a-lifetime chance. His ideas to help improve the lives of American families have compelled him to run for office, and his ideas have also compelled me to become active in politics for the first time in my life. I want to do everything I can to make the world a better place for my children and for the children of the families that I care for as a physician. And for this reason, I find it imperative that we all unite and support the next President of the United States, Andrew Yang.
Next up, I'd like you guys to welcome to the stage a very good friend of mine, and please be gentle with him. They just suffered a crushing defeat. This is Army veteran Greg.
I was a longtime Republican also. Andrew Yang inspired me in so many ways, and I have to be honest with you. His more than a handshake policy for veterans is one of the single greatest pieces of policies I have ever seen written. I would encourage any of you that have friends or family members that are veterans to show them that. It's not a soundbite. Every single one of those policies is someone that I know would be impacted by it.
Amen.
Homelessness, suicide rate, drug overdoses, things that are particularly high in the veterans community that Andrew will work to fix. Okay? One other thing I have to say, my family came with me. This is the 7th time I've seen Andrew. Everywhere I go, I talk to him about veterans policies, but I always leave my family out. My son John is on the autism spectrum, just like Andrew's oldest son Christopher. And the needs of our children and the fact that Andrew is running as a parent and a patriot mean more to me than I can possibly put into words. So I would encourage each of you, get out in your communities, volunteer, knock on doors. I'm going around Winterset, Iowa tomorrow to knock on doors for the very first time in my life. So much courage, so much enthusiasm. Let's get Andrew in to be President of the United States.
Thank you, Greg. I'd now like to welcome to the stage a super volunteer at the Dubuque office, Allison.
Hi, there's a lot of people here. This is the first time I've ever done this. I live in Dubuque. I was born and raised in Bettendorf, Iowa. I've never volunteered for a candidate, and I've definitely never spoken for one. So I've been moved forward, I guess, if you will.
Yeah!
So I'm going to talk about women's issues. So from 2016 to 2018 in Iowa, our family planning program dropped by 86%. This was just published this week in the Global Gazette. This is due to our narrow-minded political party, our anti-abortion lawmakers. Iowa's currently going backwards. I've worked in women's health care for the last 13 years, and I can see with my own eyes that women are suffering in Iowa, but especially in rural Iowa, because they don't have access to contraception. They don't have access, especially to long-acting reversible contraception. I was born and raised in Iowa, and I was lucky enough to live during a time when Warren Buffett gave Iowa a grant called the Iowa Initiative, which gave free contraception, especially long-acting reversible contraceptive, to women. Research from those studies show that teenage pregnancy rates and abortion rates plummeted, and this can be seen in many other states that have also implemented free contraception. Colorado is a good place to start looking if you like. I am here to support Andrew Yang because I believe that it's time to stop going backwards in Iowa, but in the U.S.
I'd now like to welcome to the stage a mom, podcaster, blogger, super mom,
Valley.
Yeah.
Hello, everybody. Yesterday, I had the privilege of hosting a mom's group discussion with Andrew and Evelyn, and it was so amazing to hear how in support of family and children and mothers, those of you that are moms, you know what it's like. Yesterday, halfway through the thing, I had chugged 2 glasses of water, and all I could think about was, don't sneeze. Don't sneeze. So it's time we get honored for these sacrifices that we make every day for our children and our families. And Andrew is the only one stepping up to say, moms, you're doing it. You get it. So with that, I support them in everything. Thank you so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now my great honor to introduce our next president.
Too many people are being left behind. Too many American families are struggling to make ends meet. Too many women are stuck in abusive situations. We have children who are hungry and homeless in the United States of America, where we have so much wealth. None of us should be okay with this. Yet Andrew is the only candidate addressing poverty in any meaningful way. We have the ability to eradicate poverty, and I believe we have a moral obligation as a country to do so. Of course, $1,000 a month doesn't solve all our problems. We have a lot of big systemic changes that we need to work on as a country. And if you look into any one of Andrew's 100+ policy proposals, fully intends to do this work. But the freedom dividend, $1,000 a month in our hands, is a critical first step in the right direction. It means that millions of Americans will be able to lift their heads up and look forward and plan and save for a rainy day and hope for a brighter future. That's why I so embrace this campaign and the work that Andrew is doing, putting humanity first and creating a new path forward so that Americans can finally see and believe that they are not invisible. Demonstrate that their country cares about them, that their country values them, and is willing to invest in them, and is willing to step up to ensure them and their children and families a brighter future. That is the future that Andrew Yang is fighting for.
Yeah!
So I hope you will consider canvassing and spreading this message of humanity first. Please sign up today with any of the organizers, anyone with a clipboard, any organizers here today, please raise your hand. Please sign up with them. Please find them after this rally and sign up to Canvas. Thank you so, so much. We can't do this without you. So now I'd like to introduce the next President of the United States.
Country lies in your hands. I know right now you're living your lives, you're going to school. Every once in a while a presidential candidate comes through. You can't escape the ads, I apologize. I'm not one of the worst offenders, you know that. Like right there in the middle. In the acceptable range. The reason why we all come to you, the reason I get fired up every time is that you have outsized power in our country, in our political machine. Most Americans look up and they see the pipes of government clogged with millions and millions of dollars of lobbyist cash, and they despair that there is nothing they can do about it. And Americans are very smart. Generally speaking, there is nothing they can do about it. But there's something you all can do about it. I did the math. Do you know how many islands... So, do you know how many Californians each island is worth? 1,000 Californians each. That's right. Look around this junior high gymnasium tonight. I don't see 300 Iowans. I see 300,000 Californians. That's like 7 football stadiums full of Californians right here. That's the power in this room. This is the power to take our country and turn it in a new direction, just like that. That's why it's always a big ready to be here. The question is, what are you going to do with this power? What vision will you take to the rest of the country in 2020? You all know I'm not a politician. I don't think you mind that, for the most part. I'm an entrepreneur and problem solver, and I'm running for president because of the problems that got Donald Trump elected in the first place. Why is Donald Trump our president today? How did he win Iowa by 8 points? And this is a really purple state. This is sort of a blue town, too, so you probably reacted quite negatively when Donald Trump won, I'm imagining.
Yeah.
If you turn on cable news, why would you think that Donald Trump's our president today? Russia. FBI. Racism.
Hillary Clinton.
Emails. Facebook. Right? All mashed together into some strange cocktail. I think many of you know different. The reason why Donald Trump's our president today is that we blasted away 4 million manufacturing jobs. And where were those jobs? Michigan, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, Missouri, and 40,000 right here in Iowa. And I've been to the towns here in Iowa that have never recovered from the closing of their plant. That's when blue goes to red. That's how a purple state goes to Trump by 8 points. And the forces that closed those manufacturing plants throughout the Midwest are now reaching your main streets. How many of you have seen stores closing around where you live here in this part of Iowa? And why are those stores closing? Amazon. One-word answer. $20 billion out every single year. They're sucking it up. How much did Amazon pay in taxes last year? 0. That is your math, Iowa. $20 billion out. 0 back. 30% of your stores and malls closed for good. Most common job in your communities, retail clerk. 39-year-old woman making between $9 and $10 an hour. What does she do when her store closes?
Cry.
When you all call the customer service line of a big company and you get the bot or the software, I'm sure you do the exact same thing I do, which is you pound 000, say human, until you get someone on the line, right? How many of you all do that? No, all of us. That software is miserable.
Unsuccessfully.
But in 2 or 3 short years, the software is going to sound like this. Hey, Andrew, how's it going? What can I do for you? It'll be fast, seamless, a little bit seductive. What is that going to mean for the 2.5 million Americans who work at call centers right now making $14 an hour? How many of you have seen a self-serve kiosk in a fast food restaurant like McDonald's? It'll be in every location in the United States in 2 years, and they're going to move to the back of the house. The rubber really hits the road when the self-driving trucks come to your highways, come to our highways. They just did a cross-country route from California to Pennsylvania. They delivered 20 tons of butter. I have no idea why 20 tons of butter. How many of you have been to Iowa 80 in Davenport? Yeah, they've got a meat buffet. It's a good value. You walk through the store and then you're like, ooh, cornucopia. Iowa 80 talks proudly about how 5,000 people stop there every day. How many people will stop there when there are robot trucks that don't need a meal, taking our cargo back and forth? These are the reasons why Donald Trump's our president today. We're in the midst of the greatest economic transformation in our country's history, what experts are calling the fourth industrial revolution. When is the last time a politician said the words fourth industrial revolution to you all?
30 seconds ago?
Just now, that's right. And I'm barely a politician. These are the problems that got Donald Trump elected that are picking up steam. And my first move was not to run for president of the United States, because I'm not insane. And I can prove it to you. You just met my wife. First thing I did is I went to our leaders in Washington, D.C., and I said, hey, Donald Trump's our president because tens of millions of Americans decided to take a bet on the narcissist reality TV star. Our economy is leaving more and more people behind. What are we going to do to help people manage this transition? It's certainly not immigrants that are causing these problems. It's technology and automation. And what do you think the folks in D.C. said to me when I asked, what are we going to do?
Can't talk about it, study it, train people.
Now, the big three responses I got from the folks in D.C. were these. Number one, we cannot talk about that, Andrew. Number two, we should study that further, Andrew. Number three, we must educate and retrain all Americans for the jobs of the future. That one, how many of you have heard a politician say something like that at some point on TV, right? And you heard that and you were like, yeah, pretty reasonable. But I said to them, hey, I looked at the studies. You all want to guess how effective government-funded retraining programs were for the manufacturing workers that lost their jobs in the Midwest? The Yank know it's 0 to 15%. They're a total dud. And when I said that to the folks in D.C., you know what they said next? I guess we'll get better at it. And one person said something that led me here to you all tonight. He said, Andrew, no one here in D.C. is going to do anything about this. You are in the wrong town. Because fundamentally, this is a town of followers, not leaders. And the only way we will do anything about it is if you were to create a wave in other parts of the country and bring that wave crashing down on our heads. I'm so glad I had someone with me, because you would think I was making that up, right? You think it's like, do people really talk like movie supervillains in real life? Turns out DC lobbyist and movie supervillain sort of same
overlapping.
Yeah, it's an overlapping set between those two. But I heard this and I said, challenge accepted. I will be back with the wave. And that was 2 years ago, Iowa. That was 2 years ago. And we're looking at the wave. This is the wave that's going to rewrite the rules of our 21st century economy to work for us, to work for our people. This is the wave that will enable us to look our kids in the eyes and tell them that they are going to be all right. I started this campaign 2 years ago. No one had ever heard of me. You had never heard of me. And I stand before you tonight, number 5 in national polls, to be the... that are going to show our fellow citizens that we can provide a new way forward for our people. And the vision that you all will take to the rest of the country on February 3rd, I know the first time you heard it, it sounded like it was too good to be true. That there was someone running for president who said everyone should get $1,000 a month. And I know where you're like, haha, that's a gimmick. I was called the Asian Oprah. But this is not my idea, and it's not a new idea. Thomas Paine was for it at the founding of our country. He called it the citizen's dividend. Martin Luther King, championed in the 60s, called it the guaranteed minimum income, and it is what he was fighting for all Americans when he was assassinated in 1968. I had the privilege of sitting down with Martin Luther King's son in Atlanta after the last debate, and he said to me that this is what his dad was fighting for when he was killed.
Amen.
1,000 economists endorsed this in the 60s. It passed the U.S. House of Representatives twice in 1971, and then 11 years later, one state passed a dividend where now everyone in that state gets between $1,000 and $2,000 a year, no questions asked. And what state is that, Iowa?
Alaska!
And how do they pay for it?
Oil!
And what is the oil of the 21st century?
Technology!
Technology, AI, self-driving cars and trucks, big data. A study just came out that said that our data is now worth more than oil. How many of you saw that study? How many of you have access to a Netflix password? There's a documentary called The Great Hack, and that study's in there. Raise your hand if you got your data check in the mail last month. Where did the data checks go if our data is now worth more than oil?
Facebook.
They went to Amazon, Facebook, Google, and these trillion-dollar tech companies that are paying either zero or near zero in taxes. Do you see the game, Iowa? You know what real power is? Real power is when you can keep people from talking about what's going on. That's the highest level of power. Just keep it off the agenda. How many stories have you seen about the fact that you have trillion-dollar tech companies paying zero in taxes? Believe it or not, it is your power and your power alone to rewrite the rules so that Amazon's paying its fair share, that Facebook's paying its fair share, that Google's paying its fair share. And after we get our fair share from the biggest winners of the 21st century economy, the next step is to put that money into your hands in the form of the dividend. And after you get $1,000 a month starting in 2021, how are you going to spend the money in real life?
School.
So I heard healthcare, shopping, schools, rent. How many of y'all are students? I bet some of you. So we know where the money's going to go. It's going to go to your tuition. It's going to go to your textbooks. And the occasional night out. It's cool. Not every night out is a junior high gymnasium.
Yeah.
How much of the money would stay right here in Iowa? Most all of it, not all of it. You get your own Netflix password. But most of it would stay right here in your communities. Going to car repairs you've been putting off, and daycare expenses, and tuition bills, and Little League signups. This is the trickle-up economy, Iowa. From our people, our families, and our communities up. And this is the vision that you and you alone can make real on February 3rd. I want you to be intoxicated with your own power. That is the power that you have. You should walk out of here just feeling like you're 7 feet tall.
Yes.
Being like, look at me, I'm worth 1,000 Californians. And as soon as you walk past another Iowan, you can say, you too are worth 1,000. Let me tell you what you should do with that power. We have to rewrite the rules so that the work of moms around the country, like my wife Evelyn, actually has as much value as a hedge fund manager or a management. Right now we're following our economic indicators off a cliff. Record high levels of corporate profits. You know what else are at record highs in the United States of America right now? Stress. Financial insecurity, student loan debt for sure, anxiety, depression, mental illness, even suicides and drug overdoses, all at record highs in this country. It has gotten so bad that America's life expectancy has declined for 3 years in a row. You know the last time that happened in America?
Spanish flu.
The Spanish flu of 1918. A global pandemic that killed millions around the world. That is the last time this happened, Iowa. It is unusual, shocking even, for life expectancy to decline even once in a developed country. It ordinarily just goes in one direction. You're getting stronger, you're getting healthier, you're taking better care of your people. For it to decline once, and then again is almost unprecedented. Who knows what it's going to do in year 4? Yet we're cheerleading record high corporate profits, and our people are dying. We had a similar situation 10 years ago, a situation that led me to quit my job and start a nonprofit. And I give so much credit to Evelyn because she could legitimately be like, baby, when I met you, you were a pretty normal guy. You weren't like quitting your jobs and starting nonprofits and running for president or any of these guys. And it's totally true. She definitely would have run the other direction. 10 years ago, we had a similar choice. The choice was this. Are we going to bail out our banks, or are we going to keep more Americans in our homes? And what did we choose that time?
The banks.
The banks. Remember voting for the $4 trillion bailout of Wall Street?
No.
No. I sure as heck don't. They called it quantitative easing and hoped we wouldn't notice. I found this so shocking I quit my job and spent 7 years trying to make things better. Washington, D.C. today is the richest metro area in our country. What do they produce?
Bad decision making.
They produce bad decisions. They produce lack of accountability. They produce corruption at this point. That's how you have a capital as the richest in the country. They had a choice between the banks and the people. They chose the banks. I say this time, we're going to get in there and we're going to choose our people. What do you think about it? She said, how was it so mainstream in the 60s and 70s, and now it takes the far-out futurist Asian guy no one's ever heard of to mainstream it? And she asked, how did this happen? What happened in the intervening 50 years? And what happened in those 50 years is that we got collectively brainwashed into thinking that economic value and human value are the same things. That we're all meant to be inputs into this giant capital efficiency machine. And as soon as we lose value, then it's on us. If your town no longer has value, on you. And this is turning against us in unprecedented ways. It's turning us against each other. It's stressing us out. It's making it so that we are contorting ourselves more and more. And as the parents of a special needs child, I know very, very well that economic value and human value are not the same things.
Yes!
Now, you hear this, and some of you are like, well, how do we change this, Andrew? And this is the glory of it. As your president, it will be very straightforward for me to go to the Bureau of Economic Analysis and say, hey, GDP, 100 years old, really out of date, kind of useless, has no relationship with how our people are doing. If GDP is setting record highs and people are dying earlier, which do you listen to? You listen to the people. So as your president, I will take GDP and I will modernize it to include things that would actually tell us how we are doing. How about our mental health and freedom from substance abuse? How about clean air and clean water? How about average student loan indebtedness and affordability? How about the proportion of Americans who can afford to retire with dignity and not work until the day they die? Americans can actually afford life-saving drugs instead of having to choose between insulin and heating oil. I will transform the definition of progress in our economy to things that matter to us. And then I'll present the real numbers to you all at the State of the Union every year. I'll be the first president to use a PowerPoint deck in the State of the Union. Just enjoy the end, guys. Again, it's always a joy to be here because if I was talking about these changes in any other part of the country, it would be too good to be true. But here in Iowa, the future is what you make it. The future is what you will it to be.
Amen.
This is again one of the only places where democracy still works. And you here in Iowa know better than most anyone else the changes that have wreaked havoc on your communities. It started on your farms, then it went to your factories, now it's on your main streets. You all have to stop it before it hits your highways. This is your obligation, your power, your responsibility. Donald Trump became our president in 2016 because he got some of the problems right. He said he was going to make America great again, and what did Hillary Clinton say in response? America's already great. You remember that, Iowa City? It's been 3 long years, hasn't it?
Yeah.
That was not the right answer. We have to acknowledge the depth and severity and reality of the problems, but then we need real solutions that would actually improve our way of life.
Amen.
What were Donald Trump's solutions? He said we're going to build a wall, we're going to turn the clock back, we're going to bring the old jobs back. And you know, Iowa City, we have to do the opposite of these things. We have to turn the clock forward. We have to accelerate our economy and society as quickly as possible for the real challenges of the 21st century. We have to evolve in the way we think about ourselves and our work and our value as people. And I am the ideal candidate for that job because the opposite of Donald Trump is an Asian man who likes math. What does math stand for, Iowa City?
Make America think harder!
That's right, make America think harder. That's your job. That's where you are going to lead us. You are going to let the rest of the country know it's not left, it's not right, it's forward. And that is where you're going to lead us in 2020. Thank you, Iowa City. Thank you so much. Let's give it up again for the future First Lady. I'm sorry to hear you. So I think we're going to take some questions from some of the Iowans who joined us on this tour. Is that right, Heidi?
That's right.
All right, all right.
All right, our first question is going to be from Army veteran Greg Koenig.
Well, the first question on behalf of my family and also on behalf of the Yang Gang is actually for Evan. As the future First Lady, what causes would you look to champion?
Okay, so there are a number of causes I would champion, but the first one that is so close to our family, you've heard Andrew talk about it tonight, is advocating for families with special needs children. I think we are possibly the first family running for president to publicly embrace the fact that we are a special needs family. And there's so many millions of special needs families out there. We know what it's like to get a diagnosis of autism and having to plan that road ahead. And it's not easy. And we're lucky because we have the resources to give our son what he needs to continue to make progress. But unfortunately, there are families all across this country, many right here in Iowa, that have access to practically nothing, and that's just unimaginable and wrong. So, as First Lady, I would make it one of my priorities to advocate for them to make sure that their children have access to the resources and options to make sure that they can thrive and have every shot at success. Hi, I'm Allison. I met you last night. It's nice to see you again. So in rural Iowa, women of childbearing age don't have access to contraception, whether it be free or otherwise. These women reside in a women's healthcare and contraception deserts, where there is no OBGYN or women's healthcare provider for hundreds of miles. I'm interested in knowing how you would help to make contraception, but especially long-acting reversible contraception, more accessible or even better free for every woman of the United States, regardless of insurance coverage or reimbursements.
Thank you for your leadership and activism on this. Women's reproductive rights are fundamental human rights, and we have to fight for them at every stage. Right now, a lot of this is about economic freedom. Are accessible. I can't believe that there are certain states in this country that are actually rolling back those rights. I will protect those rights at the federal level. I will codify Roe v. Wade. And I will thank the people of justice who agree with the truth that women's reproductive rights are human rights. And I will make sure that we have access to women's reproductive services in every community that we can reach. One of the things I've said is that if men became pregnant instead of women, this would be a very, very different conversation. You know what I mean? Like you kind of imagine what access to contraception would look like then.
World War III.
That's actually a vision I would endorse.
For my husband, who knows you as the UBI candidate. So my question is, with a large field of Democratic candidates, what other than UBI sets you apart from the crowd?
Is your husband out here?
No.
That's fine. That's all good. I think what sets me apart from the other candidates is that I see the true nature of the problems that are making us miserable. The fact that our health care and housing and education costs keep on climbing while our wages stay the same. The fact that technology is transforming not just our work opportunities, but also impacting our mental health, making our kids more anxious and depressed. And the tough truth is that it's very difficult to address the problems that technology is causing if you don't understand technology.
Amen.
And there are a number of people in the field that, through no fault of their own, don't truly understand the impact of technology in the 21st century economy and on our families and on the way our brains are even wired. I think one of the paramount threats to our national security is China leapfrogging us in artificial intelligence. Because I've sat with the foremost technologists in our country, and they're deeply concerned that we're not going to be able to keep up. Because this is an aside. Did you know that more Chinese watch artificial intelligence beat the best human player in a game of Go than watch the Super Bowl in the United States? Wow. So that's how focused they are on this technology that represents the frontier. And I am determined to make sure that America actually solves the real problems that are facing us and stays globally competitive in a way that I don't believe the other candidates can.
Yeah.
Four down? I'm going to fix it. I'm on my cell phone.
And I'm actually one of those families that has a special needs child. And I would like to know, Evelyn, what you would recommend to schools to help them better help our children.
Thank you for that question. Education is so important for all our children, not just our kids with special needs. And what I would want to do is move education to the 21st century. Because right now I feel like so much of education is this cookie cutter, one size fits all model that doesn't serve the needs of most of our children, not just the ones with special needs. There are all sorts of learning profiles and learning differences, and whether you have a diagnosis or not, our children are being left behind by this archaic model. And what we need to do is empower our teachers and educators to have the tools to have abilities to be more flexible in the classroom. So being able to personalize learning and teach to the individual, possibly scaling down class sizes when they need to, almost like a modular kind of, that would be my vision for education, is just, and leveraging technology when we can. There's so much that we can do to reach individual children and not think of them as like, this is a one-size-fits-all solution. And the other thing I would do is integrate social emotional learning at every level. That they learn the stuff of life instead of being so focused on standardized tests.
Hi, I'm Sabrina, and I wanted to ask Andrew how he lives up to the climate crisis through the eyes of a parent.
Hey Sabrina, how are you? How many of you think climate change is an existential threat to our way of life? I agree. We have to make progress as quickly as possible. If you saw a few debates ago, you remember me staking out the new third position in American politics on climate change? You remember this? Position number 1, we have to fight climate change. Position number 2, climate change is a hoax. And then Andrew Yang's position number 3, it's worse than you think. We are 20 years behind on fighting climate change, and you all have experienced it with the floods that ravaged many communities here in Iowa. In California, it's the forest fires. In New Hampshire, it's the stripping business going from millions of dollars to zero. Climate change is already here. The last 4 years have been the 4 warmest years in recorded history. So the question is, how do we make progress so that we actually can look at Christopher and Damien and say that the planet's going to be in great shape for them? The first thing we have to do is put a price on pollution. Because right now, when someone pollutes, we pay for it and they don't. We have to make sure that the firms themselves pay a price for every carbon emission, every time they do anything that despoils our environment. If they internalize the cost, shocker, they're going to start becoming much more judicious and efficient about it. Then we take those resources and invest in wind and solar and renewable sources of energy and try and take all the fossil fuel subsidies that are way past their sell-by date and then move them over to more sustainable forms of energy. Now, the tough truth in all this is that the United States of America is only 15% of global emissions.
Amen.
So even if we were to get ourselves under control, the other 85% goes up. Climate change still continues to get worse. And what's happening in the rest of the world is that China is going to Africa and saying, hey, we've got a power plant for you, it burns coal. And then what does the African government say? Great! Because what energy? So if you wanted to stop emissions from rising, you would need to be at the table with the African government and say, hey, don't take the coal-burning power plant. Here are some solar panels. And we're going to subsidize them and make it a no-brainer for you. while acknowledging that we need to invest in making our communities more resilient right now. When there's a natural disaster, who suffers the most?
Poor people.
Poor people who don't have strong shelters or cars they can drive away in. So putting money into our hands will lift the least among us, but then we have to invest billions of dollars in making our communities more resilient. It's more expensive to clean up a disaster than it is to build the levees ahead of time. I am the only candidate in the field that is advocating a constitutional amendment so that the government will be tied to preserving our environment through the generations. And I think a lot of the reason why we can't make progress on climate change is that 78% of us are living paycheck to paycheck. Almost half of us can't afford an unexpected $500 bill. So when someone comes to them and says, we need to worry about climate change, what do they say?
Yeah, whatever.
You gotta pay for rent.
I can't pay my bills. I'm worried about next month, let alone something that's 5 to 10 years away. And then what's a human reaction if that's the way you feel? It's probably not that big a deal anyway. It's probably going to be okay. And when you talk to many Americans about fighting climate change, unfortunately what they hear is higher prices, greater inconvenience, and fewer jobs. This mindset of scarcity that's tearing us apart is keeping us from making real progress on climate change, because so many people have this boot on their throat. So if we put $1,000 a month into their hands, and they can look at their kids and say, we're going to be here for a while, and then you come back and say, we need to fight climate change, they're much more likely to say, yes, yes we do. And then if you integrate environmental sustainability with our economic measurements, you can get rid of this tug of war where people think, oh, it's bad for jobs, it's bad for the economy if you fight climate change. If you were to put a dollar price tag on the impact of climate change, how much would it be? Trillions of dollars. And unfortunately, thousands and thousands of American lives. When you include the cost of not doing anything, you realize that that's the most expensive course of action of all. So what we have again is a measurement problem where if you line up environmental sustainability as a measurement of economic progress, we can see that going green actually is good for the economy because it's going to make us stronger and healthier.
Yeah!
Can we get a big round of applause for our future president? So we got some big news because the media is finally paying attention to us. We're about to go live on CNN. So we're going to ask Andrew and Evelyn to head down with Lacey, and we invite you to join him. We're going to have this section right here in the front. And if you'd like to crowd around that section to show the support to the nationwide, that'd be awesome. Thank you so much, everybody.
And then if you stick around, very happy to say hello, take selfies with each and every one of you. Watch out this national media. Tell your friends to turn on CNN because you could be on national TV in just a second.
Way to assert yourself.
Yeah. Like in your shot, I think. Who knows how to turn on Do Not Disturb on an Android phone, so I don't accidentally get a call in the middle of this. Oh, there it is. Do Not Disturb. Nice. Cool.
Control that audio.
I need to
Yeah,
be right.
yeah, understood. I'll move. Yeah, you just tell me, yeah. We are very malleable.
And during this interview, everyone, we just ask for your respect and quiet. It needs to be very quiet so that everyone across the nation can hear what Andrew has to say. Thank you so much.
Guys, if you're enjoying this coverage, please use my ActBlue link to donate. We're trying to raise $5,600 by the end of this tour, and it's been cut short. Matt and I were going to go to Vegas tomorrow, and so we had an extra day to raise the $5,600. But because we've run out of time. Oh wait, I'm gonna walk over there. But yeah, because we have one less day, we now need to raise $2,000. There's 421 people here. If everybody donated $5 using our AppBlue link, we would hit our goal. $5, that's all it takes. Please, if you haven't donated recently, use my AppBlue link. All money goes to the campaign. It just shows the campaign that when Yang Stream comes, so does the money. That means we get access. You can see your CNN, your CNN sound guy, CNN camera woman, Andrew Yang, getting ready to be interviewed. This is only possible with your $5 donation. I love it. I got 5 on it. I've got 5 on it. bit.ly/10K Tech Race. bit.ly/10K Tech Race. 10 and Fred ASMR.
Just a few.
No, understood.
Thank you so
100%. 100%.
Guys, I'm a kid.
I have my feet down.
Behind you doing a tease or what?
Can you hear all of you? They're going to try and do it.
So wave the sign and tell me.
Okay.
We got another minute. I can hear stuff.
Okay.
Welcome to President. Oh my gosh, you're looking. This is a great video. Good do something. Here you go. Hey, how are you? Take it. Yeah, glad to be here. Sure thing. We've got 3 minutes until the tease.
He wants his mic up.
This is really exciting to watch.
because I have beef.
Sorry, it just popped out of my ear. Just come over here and try to figure
Yeah,
it out.
yeah.
It popped out? Yeah. I can't hear anything. It doesn't matter. I was just standing here like an idiot. That works. Are you on? Oh shit, I just took the thing out of this. I'm sorry about that. I tried to adjust the volume. So. Tech can't hear. What do you say? Yes, I can. Yeah, it did. Can you turn the volume down a smidgen? Sorry about that. It's a little loud. All right. Is that better? It is better. Nice work. All right, tease now. Let me know. "45 seconds. Tell your friends, CNN, take it down. How long is the break between the tease and the actual segment?
Four minutes.
Oh, thank you.
You guys can cheer.
Make some noise. Do it.
Great. Okay, for the next portion, please don't make any noise.
We have 3.5 minutes for so what that was like coming up after. And then now we have to
So can I ask you, have you heard about the adverse childhood experiences today?
Oh. Wait. Hey, Yang Yang Regional Organizers, where are you at? Yang Yang Regional Organizers.
Just wanted to say we love you, Gang Gang Regional Organizers. You all are incredible. And we're going to have you come up and we'll take a picture of the team to commemorate this occasion along with all the folks who came here to support us. So thank you for your hard work and dedication. Let's make history together. Thank you. I love the YGROs. Is it like Y-Grow? That's pretty good.
Thank you. Love the wide growth.
If everyone donates $5 right now, I'll ask Zach to move. everybody's gotta donate. If we hit the limit, I don't feel comfortable asking. But if I was able to say we just raised $2,000, we have 90 seconds, guys. We have to raise $2,000 in 90 seconds. We have to do it. They want you to move, but I said I won't ask you to move unless they raise the money. Yeah, there you go, guys. He's not gonna move. We have to. He refused. He said Ted. Unless, you know what? Fuck 2,000, 3,000.
Have you going on CNN? Next time.
By the way, I just wanted to show you. Let me show you one thing.
I was gonna bring you on camera.
Oh, wait, it might be too late.
Next time. I was actually on a panel with Rosario. It's a small world.
So just so he knows that. Oh, wait. Oh, I said too late. I'll tell him after.
30 seconds.
30 seconds.
All right, if you're in the back, hold it up. If you're in the front, keep it here, because that's where the shot is.
$15 seconds. So I was going to tell a joke where I was like, I'm running for president of the Southeast Junior High.
For us. We're done. We vote for you.
Well, we break through by coming face to face and meeting Iowans where they are. I'm here in Iowa City where we were greeted by hundreds of people who realize we have to rewrite the rules of the 21st century economy to work for us. And you're right, I don't think TV is the best way. You have to be here in person. Well, it's a hard job the DNC has. The fact is Kamala had qualified for next week's debate and would be there on stage if she hadn't decided to drop out. So we have to do everything we can to make sure that every perspective is represented on that stage next week. I'm certainly very proud to be the first Asian American man to be running for president as a Democrat and the only candidate of color next week. Well, I think that our campaign was new to many, many people for a number of reasons. And I think the media is only just now catching on that I'm on the debate stage in December. We've outperformed over half a dozen sitting senators and governors and congresspeople because we're focused on the real problems that Americans see around us every day. And we're proposing real solutions that Americans are getting excited about. We're going to grow and grow and peak at the right time when voting starts in February. I'm sorry, Anna. I'm having trouble hearing you. Can you repeat that question again? Well, I think Asian Americans are somewhat new to national politics at this level. I think that was one of the reasons why media organizations were just figuring out how to cover me in the campaign. Certainly, again, I'm very proud to be the first Asian American man to run for president as a Democrat. And I think that Asian Americans need to become more politically involved. A lower percentage of Asian Americans vote than other groups, and I would love to help change that. Yes, I do. I talk to evangelical Christians around the country who are deeply concerned about the values that President Trump represents.
And they're concerned that their religion is being politicized, that people feel like for whatever reason one party has something of a monopoly on the Christian vote. And that's not the desire of the people I meet around the country. Many communities of faith embrace our vision of a trickle-up economy that values every single person. I had the privilege of sitting with Martin Luther King's son after the last debate in Atlanta, and he said that this was his vision that Martin Luther King was fighting for when he was assassinated in 1968. Many communities of faith believe we have to help the least among us, and I believe that this campaign is activating more and more of those voters. Well, I champion women's reproductive rights as fundamental human rights, but I actually was reached out to by someone who is pro-life and said that my policy of a universal basic income for all Americans was the most pro-life policy she had ever seen, because she said so many families struggle with the decision to bring a child into the world based upon economic deprivation, and that if we could put more money into people's hands, then more families would be excited about bringing a child into this world. Well, many voters are deeply concerned about the fact that our government is 25 years behind on technology and doesn't understand the fundamental transformation of our economy that the fourth industrial revolution presents. They're also concerned that our government is not up to the challenge of matching China in things like artificial intelligence. I'm one of the only candidates that sees the real challenges of the 21st century and understands technology's impact, and many voters here in Iowa and around the country are excited about a new way forward that includes trying to address technology's impact on our day-to-day life. Oh, you know, I was a goth who didn't get tattoos and didn't know 3 brands of eyeliner. But I was a very angsty teenager. I loved the Smiths and the Cure. And I think my fashion choices confirmed that I had no intention of ever running for president. Well, to me, I think it's clear who the pro-civilization good guys are. You know, as a big science fiction and comic book fan myself, you know, I think that the Democratic Party represents a constellation of patriots who want to do what's right for the country. Thank you, Anna. Iowa. We can start with a group photo first, right here. Group photo first, right here with Andrew. And then after we do the group photo, we're going to do a selfie line in front of this Iowa Free Aim banner. And that photo is going to start with a single file line down that way towards the stage. But do not move yet. We're going to do a photo first. Thank you, everybody.
Then you can get above me. So I'll be down. Here, I'll move over. You're good.
Pull that out. Okay, got it. We did it!
We'd actually like to call all the regional organizers up to the Iowa Young Banner over here. We're going to do a group photo with you guys and Andrew. Thank you all so much for your help and hard work today. We really appreciate it.
Yep, look at that. All right. 1, 2, 3, say yang gang. We're gonna get into this way. We're gonna start a line right here. We're gonna go this way and loop all around. Start the line. We'll get that, buddy.
Okay guys, if you're enjoying this coverage, remember, the way we get more of it is by donating to the campaign. We're going to put that AppBlue link in the description. If you think that it is worth it to get this access for just $5, that's all it takes. There's 450 people here. $5. That's all we need. And we can keep it going. We can keep it going. So if you haven't donated recently, consider donating through my AppBlue link. When you do that, all proceeds go to Andrew Yannon. None of it goes to me, but using my reference code allows the campaign to know that having Mainstream at their events is a positive thing for the community. So far it's worked. Let's see if we can keep it going. Keep in mind, just like the campaign is growing, they're going to expect us to grow. Oh, and look at this line. Dang. How many Californians is this, guys? At least 500,000. Okay. Probably more. If it's 1,000 to 1, there's probably over a couple hundred of people in this line. So that's actually millions of Californians.
Okay. Who's our first in line?
Anytime that you can make it, you can have a flower. You want a selfie? Okay, no problem.
Hello. Like every time I went to I'm like, you're just like, I can't explain it. This is so much. Yeah.
So what did you think of his speech?
I listened.
That's good. That's a good start.
I'm stuck in here. Like, I want to move. I couldn't.
With him? Yeah. Well, you will, but you're going to want them to do it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you mean you want it just here? You don't want to walk up and...
Yeah, I'll walk up.
Yeah, but I'm not going to be a good person. That guy will be the person. But at first I thought you meant like you want to stand there and you wanted me to take a photo with him in the background. I was like, okay, it's kind of weird, but I guess if that's your thing.
I
don't know about that.
No, I am.
No, I'm saying you're probably weird.
No, I am weird. Oh my God, I just realized. Yes. We
actually had a lot of space. Like usually,
there was a lot. There was a lot of space, and for that I was grateful. But I was like, I was just realizing I couldn't go. So, even if I gotta go to the bathroom, I can always go.
Just don't pee on the floor, please.
What?
What?
No, we did have a lot of room though.
Yeah.
I noticed that, and you know what? We kind of backed it up. Like we kept it in check. Did you notice that? Like it was a little bubble.
Well, no, I think that at some level they saw this stuff and they thought, oh, this is the press or something.
Yeah.
And they thought, oh, we just got to give them room. They're very, very Iowa nice.
Will you walk up there and take a picture with me, or you should I ask somebody else?
No, what you gotta do is you gotta get in the slide.
Oh.
Yeah. All right, here, go right. Just
Look how fast I was. I was like, here. I'll wait.
Yeah, fair enough.
But I was already standing here. Oh, I'm tired.
Time for a nap.
Yeah, I'm an old lady. I need a nap. Sorry. I was trying to yeah, I'm just tired. I don't know why. I'm just breathing makes me tired. Did you just get here today?
Yeah.
Glad.
Yeah, I got here. I left at 6 this morning.
Damn. You flew, I'm assuming.
Yeah, for sure.
How come they keep skipping me?
Because that's the line over there. You gotta insert. I was trying to insert you right there. We'll just insert you.
Okay.
My friend goes quick. Thanks, man.
So you got up at 6 or you left at 6 from LAX?
Yeah. And I flew out of, so I live in Orange County, so it's like south of, I mean, you've been to California, so you know. Yeah. And it wasn't bad at all. I didn't sleep until like plane, so it would have been nice if it was
flying through here, Cedar Rapids?
Yeah, Cedar Rapids. Chris, last time I was here in Iowa before.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of far.
Yeah, there's just no direct flights, unfortunately. Sure, that's fair.
Oh, again.
Hold on, my phone, my purse.
Yeah.
I have no
Get you guys centered up on Thank you.
Thank you so much to all who donated. We just raised I think $400, and that's incredible. So that's the good news. But just like Carly, I have some bad news. The bad news is it's not enough. Unfortunately, we still have almost $2,000 we need to raise by the end of the night because we had until tomorrow, but now the Vegas thing has been postponed, so we only have until the end of the night. Right now, we have 380 people in this room. Carly would be upset if she knew that 380 people were watching a live stream of Andrew Yang that she helped facilitate, that she allowed to happen. She would say, Ted, I allowed this. And you allowed them to get away without each donating $5 so that we could meet that $5,600 goal. For those of you who did donate, we really appreciate it. $5 is all we're asking. It's a beautiful thing when enough people get together and put in $5. Just imagine. We have 3,739. We're trying to get to 5,600. If we can do math quickly in our heads, that's going to be approximately, well, it's less than 2K. If you take 1,000, remove $1,139. That's like what? 820 or 61? $1,861. That's what we're looking for. Now, granted, if there was one billionaire, if Jeff Bezos is in the chat, just throw down. Well, no, Jeff Bezos is probably already maxed out because he's Yang Gang. But Tom Steyer, he's probably not maxed out. So, Tom, if you're here in the chat with us, if any of your if your Bloomberg buddies, your Bloom buddies are here, that's all we're asking. You know, just a clean 1,800, get this over with. But in the event that Michael Bloomberg is not in here, in the event that Bill Gates had to go to bed early tonight and isn't watching our live stream, we can only rely on the Yang Gang. those 300 and some of you who are sitting here enjoying this great coverage, getting to see live behind-the-scenes CNN rallies. I literally woke up. I did not go to sleep. Did you hear that, guys? I did not go to sleep. I stayed up all night, got on a plane, flew to Denver, got on another plane, flew to Iowa, got someone to pick me up from the airport, drove all the way here, and all I'm asking for is $5. That's it. I'll put in that. All I need you to do is help me on the other end and throw $5 to our Apple link. Now, some might say, Ted, are you trying to guilt us? Yes, that's exactly what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to guilt you. You should feel guilty. You should feel terrible. If you haven't given $5 in the last few minutes while we've been talking, you shouldn't be able to sleep tonight. You're going to be rolling back and forth in your bed just wondering, what have I done with my life? How could I have done this to Ted? How could I disappoint him? Just like he disappoints his father. How could that be the case? Well, the truth is I don't know, because I can't stop you from donating.
Hello again. Good to see you. Okay, for the volunteer.
Look at all these people. Look at all these beautiful faces. Look at this. Each one of them equaling 1,000 Californians. Look at this. Look at this. All these people coming here. And here's the kicker, guys. Here is the freaking kicker that you don't realize. I have 2 books. I have 2 books. Yo, what's up? Hey, we have 2 books, guys, inside of this backpack. And I'm going to get them signed. That's the truth. I'm going to get them signed. But I don't know who I want to give them to. So there's a couple options here. I think the first option is we give the person who first donates $500, the first $500 donation will get a book. I think that's fair. Who thinks that? Type of 1 in the chat if you think a $500 donation for a signed book with both Evelyn and Andrew Yang would be a good prize. What are we thinking? Well, if you think you deserve to have the next, I have one of these books that are in my bag. 700. Matt had shout-outs at 100. Books are 500, guys. Can you use Freedom Books? Depends. As long as you can cash those into a bank account and use it through Secure Act Blue, then definitely. I highly approve it. Look how happy Andrew is. Think about how sad he's going to be when Carly tells her that Ted didn't raise the money he was supposed to. Carly is going to be pissed. Guys, you don't want, you guys at least you can hide behind the computer screen. Well, I don't actually see her here today, but, generally, when she is here, I have to deal with her wrath in person. So if you want to make sure that I make it home alive, please consider throwing down that Act Blue link. Yeah, guys, Carly is probably watching. Hi, Carly. I'm trying my best.
Guys, I'm being held hostage by Carly. Please, she won't let me leave. She says I'm gonna have to live in this high school gym unless we raise enough money. She says that if we don't raise enough money, she's gonna lock me in the bus. And then she's going to go and send the bus back to the place to get cleaned. And then...
Let Ted go, Carly? Yeah, agreed. What is left of the 5,600? We are at 3,754. We only need calculator. 5600 minus 3754 equals 1846. We need $1,846. So if $1,846 divided by 300, we're going to assume that 60 of you have already donated. So if 300 of you donate, that's $6.15 each. Either one person can just help out the team, throw down 1,800, let's get this over and done with, or all of you can chip in together $6. That's all we need. I really want to come back here. The truth is, guys, I'm having a blast. I love doing this. This is incredible. When I first started the stream, I had no idea what it would become, and it's become something bigger than I've ever thought it could be. And the truth is, I'm trying to just keep ahead of the game. The reason that I hit you guys so hard for fundraising is because I've already donated out of the max donor amount, $5,600, so I can't give to the campaign anymore. So instead of giving directly to the campaign, I do things like this. I fundraise. I encourage people to go to different events in Seattle and in San Diego, by the way. If you are in either of those places, we have fundraisers coming up in San Diego, and by we, I mean the campaign, because I'm not doing anything. I'm just trying to help get people to go to them. So if you're in San Diego or Seattle, please consider using my links. I also get credit for sending people to these events. But really what we need is we need to get Andrew to the White House. We need to get to that $2 million, and we got to get the money there. And legally, I can't give it to him anymore. So what am I doing? I'm trying to do everything I can to make it worth your while to throw in just $5. Maybe you're feeling a little extra special and you want to throw in a 10. Well, perhaps you're thinking, you know what? I'm not going to buy something that I buy every month. I don't know, maybe a coffee that you buy every day, or maybe you go out to dinner with someone and you spend a lot of money on the weekends and you think, you know what, I'll just hold off for this one time. I'm going to take that $25, I'm going to take that $50, I'm going to give it to Andrew Yang. But not only am I going to give it to Andrew Yang, I'm going to give it to Andrew Yang using Ted McLean's Yang Stream link for Act Blue, so that way the campaign says, hey, we like Ted. I will say, I noticed that the more money I raise, you know, the happier Carly and Zach seem to be whenever I show up. There might be a correlation, I don't know. I'm trying to do the math. Here, how many people? How many people total? There were at least, I mean, in the hundreds, definitely. I can't tell you the exact number. But look, I mean, in this line, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. So there's probably like 60 or 70 left people in the line. And, you know, obviously people have come and left. I mean, even with this CNN thing, people already left. What do I do for a living? I work at a law firm. I'm a director IT for a law firm. So that's actually where I got a lot of the, well, not specifically there, but not like I didn't learn everything that I'm doing here, but doing IT is what has taught me, and being involved in IT is what has taught me all the technical skills to be able to have. By the way, anyone notice that Ted, human value and economic value are not the same? That's true. I am not married, no. I am single. Single and ready to mingle, ladies. See that wink? That's for you. Yeah, you know who I'm talking about. That's for you. And that wink, that's for the other one, the other person. Sorry, don't get jealous. There, another one, just so you don't get jealous. The law firm's called Enterprise Counsel Group. Auction a date? Okay, guys. If someone donates $1,000 and meets the thing, I mean, that's really steep. That's auctioning the date. That's actually so conceited, but it's okay. So if someone will just pay $1,000 right now, I'll go on more than one date. I'll go on 2 dates. I'll maybe even go on 3 dates with you. Good to see you too. And we'll have to film it. Yeah, guys. We will live stream the date. Okay, there we go. If you guys get to the 5,600, we will give someone a live stream date with Ted. That's what happens. So if you want to see me on a live stream date with someone from the stream, I don't even know how we're going to determine it. I guess I'll let the stream decide who gets to go. Maybe we'll have multiple people go with me. I'll buy dinner. We'll go have fun. We'll live stream it. Yeah, I am expensive. I have expensive taste. What can I say? Skyhole. Fuck no. That's kind of the response I was expecting. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull my books out in preparation for when we do want to actually. Guys, we just gotta wait. Did you see that? Evelyn just waved at us. She smiled and waved. You know what that means? That means she wants you to donate. That's the move. Carly taught her to smile and be happy and wave and look at me. Because how can you say no to that smile? How can you say no to that wave? You need to meet the demands that are being asked. Sorry, I'm trying to talk and open this, and I'm starting to get discombobulated. Okay, guys, we got the books out. So we're ready. Ooh. Trying to get some more signed books. Now, what's interesting is if you want to guarantee that you get one of these books, there is a way to guarantee it. I got that guarantee for you. The guarantee is if you donate 5 big ones, well, no, not big ones, kind of half big ones, 500 donos, dollars, I will get you one of these books signed by both Evelyn and Mr. Yang. Mr. and Mrs. Yang. Damn, look at us. We're almost to 4,000, guys. We are $54 away from hitting that $4,000 mark. We are $1,654 away from hitting that $5,600 mark. We have 97 people who've donated over $3,945 at this point. Can we make it? Honestly, I didn't think we could. Like, when I started tonight, having canceled tomorrow, I thought, you know what, it's hopeless. But then I thought about it again, and I was like, wait a minute. This is the same group that raised over $750,000 in a day. That took us to $2 million when no one else said that we could. This is the same group of people who did that. And I know that if you really wanted it, then you could do it. So let's see if we can have it.
Awesome. Thank you.
Very well. Where were you? Were you in the press riser?
I was filming over there.
Okay.
So what we're going to do is we're going to take your footage and mine and combine them.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
We'll have 2 angles.
Yeah.
Yours will be the main angle, and then I have a secondary angle.
Nice. By the way, so we're you know, we know that tomorrow's not canceled, it's just postponed. We don't know why exactly.
I know why. Oh.
Yeah, certainly. Take as many as you need.
Hang them everywhere.
Will Matt upload the CNN interview? We'll see. I don't know if we'll have time.
Well, that's what Zach is supposed to, but he's having technical difficulties.
That's not a bagel, it's a donut, guys. And it had a marshmallow in the middle, but he just ate the marshmallow. You missed the marshmallow.
Look like a dog.
Yeah, it's not canceled, just postponed.
Don't you just always feel good when you're like 10 feet away from the next president of the U.S. and like nobody will make you go away?
Well, at this moment, yes. I was telling the stream that the reason that we ask for donations is because the more we donate and the more we contribute to the